Can you see the next slide?
Yes, I can see you. You're about to start it. Yes, I can see it now. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I think we're good to go. All right, we can go live anytime from now. Yeah.
All right. Hello.
All right. So good morning, everyone. Welcome to another Binance webinar. To the special edition of the DeFi Mondays, which will come up every Monday at this time. So we are very, very happy for you to be here with us today. My name is Kazim Seidu, and on this today's edition, I'm here with my co-host Cheta. Cheta, please could you please introduce yourself to our audience?
Hello, everyone. My name is Cheta Wataraling. We are happy to be here with everyone. And we are ready to be taking this webinar every Mondays here. And I'm hopeful we are going to learn a lot from here. Every Mondays, I want us to be very interactive with each other and make sure that we learn a lot ahead. Thank you, my brother.
All right, thank you, Terry. So now, let me just give us a rundown of what we are going to look at today. We're going to look at introduction to Web3, introduction to BNB chain, and being able to access DeFi through Binance. And also, we're going to share with you top projects on BNB chain. Um, I believe we're going to have a great time, and it's going to be very interactive. So please follow us, comment, drop your questions, drop your suggestions, to let us know how we can improve and let us know what you've learned at the end of the webinar. So thank you very much. I'm going to hand you over to Chita now to take you on into introduction to Web3 and top projects on BNB chain. Thank you very much. So Chita, over to you.
All right, thank you, my brother. So I'll be ready to be taking on questions. So we can start with introduction to Web3. So far, throughout the 90s and years ago, many of us I think we are used to the normal static pages that we see. So I think during that period, that was when Web 1 started. We couldn't interact with many people and we couldn't even watch videos online that much. So with that, we advanced to Web 2. And with that, now we're in Web 3. Web 3 is the next generation of internet technology. And this generation now, due to the fact that we are using heavy data in what we do a whole lot of our finance and even interaction with friends. We do it mostly in the internet now. So many people are trying to know how we can take charge of our privacy, our data, and everything we do. So Web 1 and Web 2 gave us a whole lot of that, but it took away centralization from it.
Yeah.
So this is a mixture of machine language, artificial intelligence, and blockchain technology. With the experience so far, we can say the control is centralized because we know many people that have complained of the data being used and even not being able to do financial activities using your internet. You need to go out from there before you can do this. So it takes a lot out from what we do.
That's very
So
great.
yeah, thank you.
All right, we're following you. We're following you.
So with that, the experience changed. The experience changed from what it used to be before, and now people are trying to take control of the data, the finance, and what we do. So Web3 is actually the advanced version of what we've been using the internet for, and I believe with the time ahead, we can get to see the advantages, the importance, and why we should all be part of this Web3. We can do this, and I know many of us might not understand how it is, but this is why this weekly webinar is here, so that during in the next coming weeks, we can get to learn so much together and understand that we can actually use Web3 for the best. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. I believe now you want to share further information on the DMB chain, right?
For BNB chain, yes, BNB chain has been the pilot. Should I call it the pilot? But it's actually the leading blockchain that everyone has been using. And due to the fact that it came with low fee, it came with a whole lot of privacy. It gave you the privacy for you to do what you want to do. And remember, there is a change with BNB. It's now called Build and Build. So it's actually giving the thing for everyone to keep on building. So the top projects that we can see in BNB chain right now, we can start from BNB. It started as a utility token for the Binance
Yes.
ecosystem, but we can see how far it's going right now. It's already at least 1.5 million holders holding on tight, not ready to sell at all, and we are heading up. And the next project that is on top is the Pancake Swap. This started as a decentralized exchange. Decentralized exchange in the sense that you don't really have to, there's no centralized control or saying you need to, your data needs to be known for you to be able to exchange or swap this token to the next one. So they started as a decentralized exchange in the BNB chain, and so far they have evolved. Now they are involved in so many DeFi offers, yield farming, even NFTs for PancakeSwap. So many of us, I know when they started, and so far it has been a very great journey for them also. So the next project, I wanted to just discuss three projects for this week. Chainlink is the third one. This Chainlink, I know so many of us also was there when it started. So it came out well for everyone that have been in it. And already we're not looking at the token behind it. We're looking at the utility. So every week we'll be talking about the utilities behind the top projects, so that we can get to decide, okay, is this what we want to go for? And also, I want to open the opportunity for anyone to say their favorite projects on the BNB chain, so that we can get to discuss more about it in the coming weeks ahead. Thank you.
All right, everyone. You've had that's a beautiful explanation there from Cheta. If you have any question regarding what has just been said, please drop it in the comments. Also, if you think the project listed right now, and you think you have another different opinion from what is being listed, you can also post it in the comments for us to discuss more on them. So, okay. All right. Someone is mentioning a coin, a baby Dogecoin or thereabout. So that's not that's not what we probably will be discussing today. All right. So
Actually, baby Dogecoin is actually the fourth. I think it's
okay.
the fourth or the fifth. I think it's the fourth or the fifth in the
Yeah.
top.
Okay. All right. So we're going to move on now in the absence of any question. In the absence of no question, we're going to move on. We're going to take you through introduction to BNB chain, and also how you can access how you can access DeFi through Binance. All right. So I believe you are following. If you are following us, please drop a comment. Let us know you are here. Let's know you are here. Now, please share this live, this YouTube link. Share it with your friends and let us know. Someone has a question for you here, Cheta. It said, "What are the dangers of DeFi?"
Okay.
What are the dangers of DeFi?
Okay. Okay. For decentralized finance, in a situation whereby you are always the one in control of your finances, most dangers are mostly because of your security. If you are not keeping most of your ledgers or your accounts or the ledger you use or your wallet you use, if you're not keeping it secured and your seed phrases, you must make sure that these are secured or kept in a way or kept in a place where it's not lost or given to any third party. So most challenges the decentralized finance usually have is the security. For me, I feel this is the number one problem we usually get. Many people don't get to secure their wallets. So it will be talking more about how to secure your wallet, how to detect scams, how to make sure that you are not able to fall into any kind of trap. So
All right, all right. I believe that answers your question. That answers the question, Max. Thank you very much. Okay, Damian, you've not joined late. In fact, you are still very early. Now we're going to move into accessing DeFi through Binance. I'm supposed to share my screen, but it seems that it's not going through right now. Please give us some minutes. It's going to come up. So while waiting for that, let me go straight into the business. So accessing DeFi through Binance. All right. Firstly, how do you get started with DeFi? For you to invest in DeFi, you need a token, especially on BNB chain. And on BNB chain, you need BNB, which is a BEP20 version, BNB Smart Chain, for you to be able to buy any DeFi tokens. And you need a wallet with a D-app browser for you to be able to access these decentralized exchanges like PancakeSwap, Uniswap, Venus, as mentioned earlier.
yeah.
All right. Or is my screen up now? Okay, not up yet. Okay. Also, if for us to recommend wallets for you, we recommended wallets that you can use to access these DeFi protocols. These
Yes.
decentralized applications are Trust Wallet, MetaMask, and also the Binance Wallet extension, which you can actually access through bnbchain.org. Trust Wallet, you can visit their website at trustwallet.com, and MetaMask as well at metamask.io. One thing as well is I need to actually be able to tell you what decentralized finance is really is. Uh, Decentralized finance tokens, which are probably mostly known as DeFi tokens, they are decentralized applications that run on the blockchain with smart contracts. So DeFi tokens are applications, are decentralized applications, D apps that run on the blockchain with smart contracts. Now, their aim is to eliminate or reduce the need for third parties in in financial systems through the use of cryptocurrencies. So, what does that mean? There are three main features about decentralized finance. One, decentralized finance is flexible, fast, it's pseudonymous, and most importantly, open to everyone. It doesn't discriminate. There is no bias in decentralized finance. Also, DeFi coins, they provide crypto users with access to a number of bank services, as exactly what you would access in traditional finance system, finance institutions, is what you can also access on DeFi. Services such as loans, lending, and insurance on the blockchain. So these are things you can also access through DeFi without having to worry about going through traditional finance systems. Now, lastly, DeFi aims to create open source, permissionless, and transparent financial markets that are inclusive and accessible. Let's move on. Why is DeFi important? These are some of the things you actually need to know. You need to be convinced enough before you also participate in the ecosystem. DeFi has the potential to create open source, permissionless, and fair financial markets that are inclusive and accessible to anyone with an internet connection. So all you need to access DeFi is have the device that can access internet and also can run the D app on the device. So the transaction on the DeFi protocols are transparent and verified by other users on the network. In addition, data on blockchain are tamper-proof. This is a well-known fact. They are secure and auditable. So users can maintain full control over their assets and interact with the DeFi ecosystem via peer-to-peer decentralized apps. So moving on, I put up some use cases of DeFi. These are some of the use cases that most people, the reason why they engage with DeFi. The first one being borrowing and lending, asset management, decentralized exchanges, DEX, stablecoin, and also gaming. Now, let me take them one after the other. Borrowing and lending. So, open lending protocols make borrowing and lending cheaper, faster, and available to more people than what you get from traditional financial institutions. So, moreover, now decentralized borrowing and lending have many advantages. For example, you can settle transactions instantly, collateralize digital assets, and there are no credit checks. So these are some of the advantages, some of the features that DeFi presents regarding borrowing and lending. Another point is the asset management. So many DeFi protocols offer tools that helps users to manage their assets. So as a result of this, you can even earn interest and rewards on your assets. So moreover, DeFi allows you to keep your personal data private. So you are in full control of your data when using DeFi protocols. Now, moving on, the decentralized exchanges known as DEX. Binance also has a DEX, which is the Binance DEX, and you have several DEX around. So these DEX platforms will let you trade digital assets without needing a trusted intermediary like an exchange or to hold your funds. And some of the advantages of a DEX is that they have lower fees and users have total control over their assets. However, with all these advantages of using a DEX, there are also risks. Just like my colleague mentioned earlier, some of the dangers in using DeFi. So it boils down to that you have to know what you're doing. You have to be security conscious and be able to protect yourself very well. The other use case of DeFi is the stable coins. Stable coins are simply a class of cryptocurrency that are tied to a real world asset to reduce volatility. Stable coins are intimately weaved into the DeFi space. We have example of stable coins such as the BUSD, Binance USD, and also USDT, which is very popular, Tether. As cryptocurrency prices can fluctuate rapidly at times, stable coins allow users to protect themselves and avoid losses in periods of increased market volatility. So for you to minimize your risk, for you to be on the safer side, you want to have appreciable amount of stable coins in your portfolio when you are not actively trading. So it protects you, it helps you minimize your risk and exposure to the market volatility. So always use stable coins that are backed one-to-one equivalent to fiat currency, like BUSD, which is pegged to the US dollar, and also USDT, which is pegged to the US dollar as well. They are pegged one-to-one to these fiat currencies. The last one, which is the gaming use case on DeFi. Blockchain games are very, very popular now. So decentralized gaming is one of the more popular applications of the blockchain ecosystem. So we have popular play to earn games such as the Axie Infinity, that rewards players with exciting gameplay and financial incentives, turning your playtime so you have fun and earn at the same time. So not just having fun of playing games, but you want to play to earn, make a revenue.
Mm.
So you just play game and just have fun alone. So you want to earn as you go on. So let's move on. Now I want to take us to how you can get DeFi tokens through Binance. How you can access the DeFi ecosystem through the Binance ecosystem. Simply put, you can visit Binance.com to sign up for an account if you don't have a Binance account. A link is also posted into comments for you to create an account if you don't have. When you create an account on Binance.com, you can choose to do all your tradings, all your activities on the Binance.com website, or download the mobile app, the Binance mobile app, from the Play Store or the iOS App Store for iOS devices. So when you have that, there are three simple ways for you to get DeFi tokens or coins. The first way is for you to buy using the composite index. This is an early product of Binance. So what it does, it allows users to more easily you track the fast growing DeFi protocol tokens listed on the exchange. So this is one of the early products of Binance used to access the DeFi ecosystem. So some other ways, the two other ways that are very popular and very easy to use in this day are you can deposit your fiat, then trade against any DeFi tokens. How do you deposit your fiat? You can use methods like P2P to access to deposit your fiat. You can use your fiat currency which you have in your bank account to buy stable coins like USDT, BUSD, or any crypto available on Binance P2P for that matter. So when you buy them, then you go into your spot market to trade and act and get any DeFi tokens of your choice. The other way is for you to purchase directly with your credit or debit card. This feature might not be available in some regions, but are mostly available in many regions. So when you visit the Binance.com website, at the top of the nav bar, you see something like buy crypto. Tap on it, you select your fiat currency, select the token you want to buy directly with your credit and debit card at any point, and you get them instantly in your spot wallet. So, having said that, there are some popular DeFi tokens you want to know about. Example is Uniswap, Uni, Maker, MKR, PancakeSwap, Cake, Aave, Torchain, which is Rune, and Clayton, which is Clay, Converse Finance, CVX, Silo, Curve, CRV, Loopring. These are some popular DeFi coins and DeFi tokens you probably want to look into. And also don't forget BNB, which is the BNB Smart Chain, BEP20 version of the BNB build and build token. Now let's move on to the last part of this section. You've gotten your DeFi tokens. So what next? What are you going to do with your DeFi tokens that you've just purchased, that you've just gotten? There are three simple three simple activities you want to do. First, you can decide to hold these tokens in your wallet on Binance for a possible gains. You are thinking the price is going to go up. You've probably done your research and you know these tokens or this coin has utility and the price will probably appreciate in the nearest future. You want to store them or hold them, then sell for profit in the later future. You can do that. Another way is for you to trade them. So you can take advantage of the market volatility, take advantage of the movement in prices in the market to trade and book some profit, probably daily, weekly, monthly, depending on your trading strategy. So you can trade them. You are able to trade the DeFi tokens on Binance without being exposed to too much of risk on the DeFi platforms. And the third way, which is very, very common, which most people usually subscribe to, is to stake. You want to make your tokens work for you. You don't just want to hold them with the aim that they are going to increase in prices, but you want to earn additional tokens while you hold your cryptocurrency. So in order to do that, then you have to use the Binance M platform. The Binance M can be accessed from the Binance.com. Go to Binance M, straight takes you to the Binance M platform. Then you choose the token or coin that you want to stake. You have all the details there that shows you the APY and the duration. If you want to lock, if you're participating in lock staking or flexible staking. If you're participating in flexible staking, that means you can stake and unstake anytime you wish and still get your interest after 24 hours when you stake. For lock staking, you have to lock your token for a particular number of days. Could be 14 days, 30 days, 90 days, as the case may be. So you're able to earn more tokens while holding your DeFi token. So these are simple ways for you to benefit from DeFi. So I hope with that I'm able to touch on a few things that are very, very important. So before moving ahead, I would like to have a few questions that we can talk on before we move ahead to introduce you to the BNB chain. So any question? I think we have very, very a lot of questions here. Cheta, would you mind taking some? Are you there? Should I read them out for you?
We have a lot of questions.
A lot
Since
of
I've
questions. So
been
let us
following the
address.
questions, and
All
it's a
right.
lot.
Maybe you should just
And
take
everyone
them
is enjoying
yourself
this.
and
Everyone is enjoying this, and
definitely, definitely.
we are going into
All
yes.
right. So are you going to take some? So let's hear you. Let's choose your questions and let's hear the response. I'll also look for some and give some responses. Or if you want me to choose them and read them out to you, let
Yes,
me know.
yes. So
Oh,
the first I saw the question here, what is BNB Launchpad?
okay.
I have the BNB Launchpad.
Okay. All right. Okay,
This
that's
is
the question.
actually the first question that I saw here.
All
So
right.
we have been able to answer the one of dangers of DeFi. So for the
Okay.
BNB, yes. So for the first time, I think this launchpad is a way Binance have been able to let everyone know that, see, you can have a first look access, or you can have a way of buying a particular token that will be released at a period of time early. So it's more like having an early access to a particular token of your favorite, or after a research, because Binance, we also have research teams that goes through this and releases most of these tokens on Launchpad. So you yourself also have to also do your research
Search.
as well, and make sure that this particular project or token is something that you believe in and you can also invest in. So
Yeah.
it's just a way Binance is trying to give all the users early access to early tokens. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I have a question here. I have from Adanike Daimbofa. The person said, are DEXs, decentralized exchanges, and decentralized, okay, I think it meant as sexes, which is centralized exchanges, and decentralized platform assets, collateralized like sexes, which is centralized exchanges, like Binance, in case of a hack, or I would lose my funds if the DeFi platform is hacked. Wow, that's a very great question. In recent times, we've witnessed and heard of platforms, DeFi protocols being hacked and funds being lost. However, there are some platforms, there are some decentralized finance platforms that are insured or somehow have a fund where they can use to compensate their users in case of any hack. Unlike Binance has the SAFU funds that takes care of users in case of any
Yes.
hack or thereabouts.
Yes, yes,
But when you are
yes,
working with DeFi, this is where you have to actually do your research very well, read your documentation,
yes,
be very sure that they have some kind of safety net in case of any hack. There are several different patterns that when it gets hacked, you lose your funds forever. These are some of the cons of DeFi. So it has to do with you have to take a lot of time to research before you put all your funds into DeFi. And even in no matter case, you have to manage your risk. Don't put all your funds even in sex and DeFi. You have to manage your risk and have a percentage of a portfolio you are investing in a particular project. And also there is a question here as well from the same person which says, what are flash loans? What are flash loans? That's the main question. He said he had that they were used to control a decentralized autonomous organization, DAO, and create a 51% attack. I don't know if you have a comment about that. There, Cheta.
yeah. For flash loans, I'll advise anyone trying to invest into any kind of contractual project, they should have a way of verifying these contracts are in order. Because most lately there have been a lot of flash loans attacks, even very big reputable projects. All of a sudden, you realize that there are some hackers that you just hear in news that there are some hackers that performed this or did that, and
Yeah,
everything was hacked. All of a
yeah,
sudden. So, but all this depends on the project or the team behind it. I don't feel there is anything that will just happen all of a sudden with Binance. That's why I always advise, I always let everyone know that I know most of these companies or projects or places out there that are ready to give yields that you would want to be part of. But then you have to also do your own research, especially checking out contracts. So flash
Yeah,
loans are mostly what many hackers use. One of the ways they
one of the
use
exploits.
to
Yes.
hack to exploit. Yes.
I even wanted
So
to
just
like give a definition of flash loan for those probably who don't know. Just a simple definition of what is obtainable on the internet. A flash loan are smart contracts. So it's a feature of blockchain technology that prevents funds from leaving one account to the other unless certain obligations have been fulfilled.
mm,
So when a flash loan is being used, the smart contract rules now ensure that the borrower pays back the loan before the transaction ends. So it's something that happens very fast.
yeah.
So and that's why most of these hackers or bad actors are probably they always try to exploit it at any point in time. But that's why most of the DeFi platforms now don't really offer that feature anymore. All right. So someone also is asking a question here from Eno. He said, "Why are there tokens with expensive swap fees? Is it affected by the token's liquidity pool?" So I don't know, Cheta. So why are there tokens with expensive swap fees?
Yeah. So yes, I think this there are most of these tokens that don't have enough liquidity
Of liquidity,
pool in
yes.
it. So it's most of the times if they don't have enough liquidity in it, it tends to have a kind of
High
slippage
slippage.
that is not
Yes.
good. Yes, so
Yes.
it makes it a bit higher so that the centralized channel will be able to do it in a way that the amount you have will be okay with what you're about to swap.
Yes, yes, that's very right. So everything actually boils down to liquidity. When you don't have
Mm,
liquidity, you are going to definitely experience high slippage, and when you have high slippage, you're
yes.
definitely going to pay high fees. So you have to be very, very you have to pay attention when you are swapping. So most people don't pay attention when they are swapping. So they just tap on approve, approve, approve. Then later they realize that they've done a transaction of $10 for $100 fees. So
Yes.
it has happened to a lot of people. So you
Within
have
a
to
few
check
minutes, just some
within a few minutes.
seconds,
You don't
some
don't be like
seconds. Yeah,
well, how much did I swap? So it happens a lot. So you have to pay attention.
it
DeFi
happens.
is
It
very,
happens.
very, very, very complex sometimes, but it's very simple as well if you pay attention to what you're doing. So Muhammad Najib asked a question here. He said, "How do someone
Yeah.
participate in play to earn gaming? Is it free or someone must invest before earning?" Well, let me just chip in a comment about that. Play to earn most times. Most people think play to earn you have to actually hold a pad. Some play to earn, what you have to do for some play to earn is just get their token, farm or stake on the gaming interface. You stake or you farm. They tell you this is a bank. I've done some play to earn like that. That they will tell you this is a bank. You put your token there, then you earn. So those are some play to earn. So play to earn, different play to earn have their features. So you have to just know what this play to earn does, how you earn from it. So it's not something that is general. So you have different play to earn gaming. So I don't know if Cheta has a comment about that as well.
Yes, you are correct with what you said. It's how it works most of the time because I've actually played some games and I was able to earn some tokens in it. But you're actually okay with it. There's another question here that I saw. So
Yeah.
I heard in a DeFi you can now swap USDT on different networks like TRC20,
Yes.
ERC20. Yes, it's very popular. There's
Yes.
there's what they call bridges now. You've heard of Binance bridging.
Yeah.
There are some chains now that they are popular with creating a bridge between
Bridge. Yes.
if you're able to swap between
Probably
uh,
between Ethereum
TRC
network.
20 to years. Yes, yes, yes.
The,
So it's
it,
actually popular now. It's something you can do. It's
and
something
there is
popular.
something most people don't realize about that. When that is what Binance also does. When you have a Binance account, you probably don't need to worry about bridging. If you have an Ethereum token, an ERC20 token somewhere, you can transfer to Binance, then withdraw a BEP20 version. You can transfer a TRC20, which is a Tron network token, to Binance and withdraw an Ethereum version. So you probably do not need to worry about bridging and the risk that are associated with bridging. So that's very easy for you to use. So let us leave question here at the moment. I would like to let's go into introduction to BNB chain. We'll still take your questions. So let's go into introduction to BNB chain now, so we can move ahead. All right. So introduction to BNB chain. Many of us here already know what BNB chain is. Many of us know what BNB chain is, which the name changed happened some months ago from Binance Smart Chain to BNB chain, which has two versions, which is BNB Smart Chain and the BNB Beacon chain. So the BEP20 and the BEP2 version. So what is BNB chain in essence? So BNB chain is comprised of BNB Beacon chain, as I rightly mentioned, which was previously Binance chain, and then you have the BNB chain governance. It's used for the BNB chain governance, staking, voting, as that, and you have the BNB Smart Chain, which is BSC. BSC. So for you to actually know this, you can go to your Trust wallet, search for BNB. So you'll be provided with two versions. You have the BNB Smart Chain and the BNB Beacon, which is BEP2 and BEP20. It is necessary for you to know the difference because you cannot access any DeFi platform like PancakeSwap or OpenSea or any OpenOcean that runs BEP20. So if you want to make any transaction on BNB chain, you have to have the BEP20 version of BNB, which is the BNB Smart Chain. So when you are withdrawing from your Binance account to a decentralized wallet or a decentralized platform, you should withdraw BEP20 version. So when you are withdrawing, always remember to select BEP20, because if you withdraw BEP2, you cannot use BEP2 on the BNB chain ecosystem. The only way you can use BEP2 is on the Binance DEX, which is also available on Trust Wallet. So BNB Smart Chain is there. Now, what's the mission of BNB chain? So BNB chain, the major features why people use BNB chain is because it's open, it's multi-chain, just like we have the BEP20 and the BEP2. It's for creators and inventors. It's permissionless, forever decentralized, and bigger than Binance. CZ always mention this every time, that BNB is beyond Binance, bigger than Binance. So BNB chain is bigger than Binance, and BNB stands for build and build. Now, so BNB chain will also embrace large-scale applications, so including GameFi, SocialFi, and Metaverse. In particular, scaling from one chain to multi-chain, boosting the throughput of BSC, introducing on-chain governance mechanisms, improving scaling solutions, and an expansion of the validator set of BSC. The validator set was previously 21, now it's gone to 41, so functioning as candidate blocker producers. So let's move on. A brief history of how BNB chain came into existence. So it's like the DeFi movement and evolution of BNB. Just like we know BNB was formerly Binance Coin, which is now BNB, which is build and build. Binance and BNB were established in 2017. So, and BFC, which is Binance Smart Chain, was introduced 3 years later in 2020. So as Binance gained popularity, so did BSC. And BSC was formed around the time the DeFi movement was also taking off. So there was a point in time around that 2020 where DeFi was booming. So over time, as public interest in alternative financial solutions grew, the use cases of blockchain technology also increased. So according to Binance, the BNB token has continuously evolved. So since its debut, it was initially created as an ERC20 token. For those who know the history of BNB, it was initially created on the ERC20 network in 2017. So and by 2019, it switched over to the Binance chain and fueled the establishment of the BSC network, so which was officially launched in September 2020. So as a result of the token's growth, so the acceptance, the adoption that came with it, so Binance now considers BNB as the token for a greater ecosystem, so including the Binance chain and BSC. So this move is part of the crypto's giant effort and to go beyond Binance. So just like I said, BNB now is the token for the BNB chain and not the Binance coin or for the Binance.com ecosystem. So it's beyond that now. So let's look at the BNB chain ecosystem, the BNB token and the BNB ecosystem itself. So the BNB chain ecosystem is a dual architecture. So it enables interoperability through the native BNB token. It powers the BEP20 and BEP2 token standards. just like I mentioned. So, but what are the differences between these two token standards, the BEP20 and BEP2 token standards? So BEP2 is the BNB beacon chains token standard, while BEP20 regulates tokens on BSC. So the BEP20 token standard is frequently compared to Ethereum's ERC20 token because they are both decentralized, since they are pretty similar in many aspects. So one thing I want to chip in that area is that there are a lot of people, you want to send a token to an Ethereum address, but you mistakenly send it to a BEP20 address. So many people sometimes will probably raise their high blood pressure and be like, I've lost my token, I've lost my
Yeah.
token. Fine, you've not lost your
Mm.
token. If you send a token from Ethereum network to BNB chain, which is BEP20 token, but provided that token is actually available, you can easily just export
It's
your
not
wallet
lost.
from the Ethereum into a wallet that enables BEP20 token standard. When immediately you export your wallet or import your wallet into that wallet, you can access your token. You can access your token and you see it live and direct, so you don't lose your token. This more details about this is on the Binance Academy as well. You can make a search on Binance Academy to learn more about it. Now, to just conclude about this, BEP20 token standard is used to produce cryptocurrency tokens for the BNB smart chain. So
Yes.
while the BNB beacon chain uses the BEP2 standard. Now, with the inception of BNB chain, some of the upgrades that came with it after the name change and going full into BNB chain, creation of BNB Autobahn was introduced, so which is always verifiable. And Bruno had fork upgrade, and which increased the burn rate of BNB, was also introduced. Now, BNB, which is BW, can be traded now like any other cryptocurrency on Binance Exchange, on any decentralized exchange that supports BEP20, and any other centralized exchange that supports BEP20 aside from Binance. So it's accessible almost everywhere. All right. Now, what are some of the things you can actually use your BNB for? Some of the benefits that comes with your BNB is that when you are using Binance.com, you can use BNB to pay your trading fees and get about 25% discount on your trading fees. So if you're supposed to pay 0.05 trading fee, then you, instead of that, you pay 25% less on that trading fee. So how do you do that? Just go to your Binance. You can open your Binance.com on your laptop, or just go to your mobile app. I have some screenshots here. Let me just share. You go there and let's check the screenshot. So this is what you do. Step one is to tap on your profile icon on the mobile app. On the mobile app, right now, if you're using the latest update, you probably see number 5 there because of the Binance turns 5 anniversary. So, but normally it has a profile icon there. So tap on the profile icon. It takes you to your profile page. So on your profile page, it's written there boldly. Use BNB to pay to get discount. So you just tap on it. When you tap on it, then you are prompted to enable it. You can enable it today. If you feel you don't want to use BNB to pay your fees again the next day, you can come back there and disable it. So you pay your fees with your trading your crypto that you're actually trading with. So just tap on it to enable it, and that is one of the greatest benefits of using BNB on the Binance.com ecosystem. And that takes me to my conclusion on the introduction to BNB chain and how you can use your BNB. So now we should take more questions. So Cheta, do you have some questions you've already cited, so we can take more questions?
Yes, yes, yes. It's been very interactive. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
All
yes,
right.
yes. So we've been having a good engaging audience here, and I believe everyone has been learning a lot from what we've been engaging with. Someone asked, "What is SocialFi?"
Social finance. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Social finance.
You want to give a response to that, or
Social finance is it's more like having to. Tell me. No, you can continue.
all right. So social finance basically, just like it sounds, it's basically has to do with this concept of social media, but with a touch of the crypto effect on this. So when we talk about social fi, just like MetaFi, you've heard of MetaFi, So it's just the principles of social media on decentralized finance and social fi platforms. So there are a bit of challenges with Web2 social media, which we are used to now. The Facebook, Instagram, all these are just Web2. So that's why a company like Facebook is trying to move away from what they have currently into a Web3 ecosystem. So, like for instance, every day, 58.4% spend average of 2 hours and 27 on social media. But most people are concerned about their data, the ownership of data. So, what SocialFi is bringing to the table is ownership of data. You not just being on the social media and giving out all your information without a control over it, without probably earning from it or giving permission for the platform to use your data. So when you are when we probably adopt more of social fi platforms, then you're able to control your data. You're able to decide what part of your data is being should be shared. You're able to give permission to use your data. So it gives you control over your data. That's what Web3 is here to solve. Ownership
Yes,
of data.
yes.
So that's just all
Yes.
about it.
And if I can add to it, you can
Sure.
also be able to earn from
Yes.
it. There can be projects that will allow you to earn certain tokens, and if it's something approvable or a project that you can believe in, you can also get in be part of it. So it gave a room, if, just as Gamify is, Edufy, also educational finance, where you can also get to be learning while you are earning. So I think DeFi has opened a whole room for everything to happen around you. Even when you are doing a little thing, something that is a hobby, something that you enjoy doing, you can actually be doing it decentralized and earning from it.
No, that's great. Someone is asking about the BNB Pioneer Bond in the question. So just to give a brief of explanation about the Pioneer Bond. So the initiative is just to help eligible users who lose tokens as part of mistakes
Yeah.
they make while trying out the newly launched Binance Smart Chain as at that time in 2020. So under the Pioneer program, so the Binance will cover the losses of these users as at that time. So what it does is that when a user loses their assets and they report the case to Binance, so the lost tokens are either BNB, wrapped tokens, which is WPMB, or PEC tokens supported via Binance Token Canal project. So the lost tokens are transferred to BP20 contract addresses that are verified on bscscan.com so that the loss can be publicly justified or recognized as moving the asset out of circulation cannot be brought forth. So also, the loss must be from an honest mistake and is worth more than 1,000 US dollar before you can make a case. So, but it's less than the projected BNB bond amount and in the upcoming quarter, as at that time in 2020. So, these are some of the things you should know about the Pioneer program and what you need to meet and to take advantage. If you want more information on it, you can just type in BNB Binance.com and check some of the announcements previously that have been made. All right.
Okay.
Someone is asking a
There's
question here.
another question
Okay.
here.
Okay.
Someone asked, what are the risks involved in engaging in Launchpad?
In Launchpad,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't personally. I don't see any risk involved. The only thing
Yeah,
you
same
probably can
here.
classify as risk is probably if you hold, if you're participating in Launchpad with, let's say, BNB, or another token, and at that time when you bought your token, probably during volatility, and some people just sell off,
It has
maybe
gone.
the dollar
Yes,
value,
yes.
right? So that's what you can probably say is real. But Launchpad is more profitable than you can think. So if you engage in Launchpad, you get free token and your remaining balance of your BNB back to your spot wallet. You sell for profit. So I don't see any risk aside from the volatility that could happen in the market, which can make your crypto dollar value to drop. So those are probably some of the things you can consider as risk. So you
Yeah.
have to weigh it as well and know what you are doing before you decide to participate in these activities. Also, I have a question here.
Thank you.
Let
Thank you
let
so
me give
much,
that to
cousin.
Teta. Teta
Thank you.
is this person is asking, since we are talking about DeFi, Please, can you talk more about borrowing and lending as it pertains to DeFi? I don't know if you have a comment about
Okay,
that
since
before
we
I
are talking DeFi, please can you talk more about borrowing and lending as a
lending.
oh okay.
Okay.
Yes,
All right.
this is
Let me.
actually a way. I think Binance opened this part where you can actually you can borrow and lend the tokens or the assets you have.
Yeah. Okay. I've explained this somewhere, so let me just go back to that slide, and this is the slide. Borrowing and lending. So I would like the person to listen very carefully. Just like unlike traditional financial institutions that would do a credit check for you if you're trying to borrow from any of them, you're going to have to go through credit check, and also they are not probably faster in processing. You probably have to wait some days to get a response if they're going to be if you're going to be approved for such borrowing. They are not cheap and they're not fast like decentralized finance. So what borrowing and lending in DeFi stands for is that they are cheaper, they are faster, and available to more people than what traditional finance provides. Few people can only access loans from financial institutions, banks. For instance, in my own country, in Nigeria, even for you as a common man to get loan from any bank, probably is going to be a tug of war. But as an ordinary man, if you can access DeFi, then you are open to getting to be able to borrow and lend from any DeFi platform without having to worry too much about requirements and credit checks and some other documentation. Like in for DeFi now, and settle your transaction instantly. You can collateralize digital assets, and there are no credit checks. So these are just the differences or the advantages of using DeFi, borrowing and lending on DeFi. So I hope that answers the question.
Yes, yes. And also
Okay,
this
this person is
question,
asking a question. Okay.
what difference between isolated margin and cross margin? So for me to answer this, for that aspect, it means the assets you are moving to your wallet for your, maybe you want to go for a feature trade or margin trade or anything. So it's telling you that if for that particular amount you want for isolated margin, you can only get the loss or be taken out from it. Imagine like maybe your liquidity, you are close to getting a liquidation call. So if you are in isolated margin, you
Yes.
might be liquidated with the amount you have at that moment. But if you set it up to use a cross margin, I'm trying to break it down easily so that if you are
Cross.
using a cross margin,
Great.
it will, after checking the assets you have, it can go through the other ones you have so that you won't be liquidated easily. During maybe a crazy market, maybe the market goes up or down, you can be able to be in a safe side.
Yeah, that's very awesome. That's why if you're a newbie and you're just getting into
Yeah,
trading, most of the time it's advantageous for you to just stick to isolated. If it's cross, it will probably liquidate you
mm,
the current trade and still go into your wallet into what you are the remaining balance in your margin wallet and liquidate you. So you probably lose more. But that's why you have to do your own research and make sure you're doing the right thing. And also, we mentioned, I don't know if we mentioned right from the beginning of our webinar that everything you hear here is not a financial advice, not a
yes.
financial advice, but take it as educational purpose. So I don't know,
All
Cheta, if you
right.
have some more comments about what we have discussed so far, and please still drop your
You know,
question.
this will not only be the only time we are going to be taking this. We're going to be taking this weekly, and I want this is something we can be discussing always together. No, so guys, So for now, we can get to, there's a form that will be given out soon for everyone for the giveaway. A link will be shared here soon so that everyone can fill it and get to use it. We're almost done with our live today, and I hope this session was an interactive one that everyone learned a lot. He's coming back on. There was a flick with the network, but he's coming back online soon. A link will be shared with everyone so that you can fill the form. He's coming back on. He's coming back online. If you still have questions, anything you want to know much better, this is something for us. So it doesn't end this way. We can always still come back for it. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And also, you can get to invite your friends and let them know that you can share everything. You let them know that every Mondays from this time, we all stay together. No, no, no. When it's being tracked, it does not mean the coin will be listed on Binance. So it's not something that happens just like that. There are processes before a coin is listed because with the recent rock pools and everything going on, Binance always makes sure that they research very well about a particular token before it's listed. So it doesn't just happen like that always. Thank you. We'll be going off soon. This is it's an hour class, an hour webinar. So we are going to do this again the coming week. We're going to be doing this again the coming week, and a form will be shared for everyone to register, so you can get your giveaways. Welcome back. Welcome back. Everyone was asking
Yeah.
about
I'm
you.
very sorry. I mistakenly tapped on sign up or something. Yeah, so it took me off
Oh,
completely. So thank you. So I know the link for giveaway form will be posted very soon. So keep an eye on that. If you don't have your Binance UID, go to your Binance mobile app or your Binance or the Binance website to get your Binance UID so you'll be able to fill your form and have a chance to share in the free BUSD. Also, please join our community, the Binance Nigerian community, Binance Ghana community. They are still going to come together very soon to be Binance West Africa. So Binance Nigeria is t.me/Binance Nigeria. You can search for it on Telegram. Binance Ghana is Binance Ghana Binance GH Binance. So the link for the giveaway has been posted now. Click on it to fill your information so you can share from the free BUSD that we have for this event. Also, remember to join us, just like my colleague has mentioned, join us every Monday. Please share this event with your friends, your family, anybody, your community. If you have a community, share with them. Let them come and learn and also share in
yes.
the giveaway. We have more giveaways that will still come every week. So also, yeah, aside from DeFi Mondays, we have some other events every day. Subscribe to this YouTube channel to get notified of every event that is coming up. So we have the DeFi Mondays, you have the newbie walkthrough, you have the weekly crypto chat. A lot of educational events have been lined up for you to gain. So please subscribe to the YouTube channel, share with your
Thank
friends.
you, everyone.
Always
Thank
join
you,
our
everyone.
communities to get information about upcoming events.
All right. Thank you.
So thank you, Farouk. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
So I think we still have the giveaway link has been posted. Please fill it
Yes.
to check. So thank you, and we'll see you next week. Thank you. Bye bye.
Yes.